chocolate week on Mass Appeal, but did you know the secret behind making the perfect truffle is having Chef Bill here in Studio 1A?
It is Chef Bill Collins, chefbill.com. You've got the secrets to the tastiest truffle.
I do, and the secret is, well, chocolate.
Okay.
And chocolate truffle is one of the easiest things in the world to make. It's so elegant and just so rich tasting.
So why is it so expensive when you get them in the stores? They're crazy expensive.
Because they're so good.
Okay.
All good things are expensive.
And you're willing to pay because they're so good.
You are, because the secret, the two main ingredients to a chocolate truffle is chocolate. You can go with any kind of chocolate you like. This is a dark chocolate. You can go with milk chocolate, whatever your favorite is, and cream. And all you do is scald the cream and then add it into the chocolate. So you don't have to melt the chocolate first.
Describe scalding to me.
Scalding is getting the cream really, really hot, almost boiling. So what I'm going to do is I've chopped up this chocolate. You can do it by hand, or you can leave some on the board for Seth to nibble on.
Ashley had some too.
I don't think she did. I think it was just you.
I would never eat your chocolate.
Ashley would never do that.
I can smell it on her.
So then you just take your chopped chocolate pieces.
So this is all the chocolate right here.
All the chocolate. And then you just add the cream. Now you asked about scalded cream, and what that is just bring it almost to a boil. So you want to let it just sit for maybe about 20 seconds or so.
So is it simmering? Is it bubbling?
It almost bubbles. And if you do bring it to a boil, that's okay, just take it right off. It's not like you get to a certain temperature and go, oh, it's gone too far. So you want to let it sit for about 10 seconds or so, 20 seconds. Let it start to melt the chocolate. And then, why don't you whisk it, and you'll see how quickly.
Oh, yes.
What's the ratio? Is there one?
There is one. The general ratio is about 2 parts chocolate to 1 part cream.
Okay.
And this is also called ganache. You might have seen it, G-A-N-A-C-H-E, just like it sounds. And it's a French word, but it's really just the chocolate cream mixture. If you use more cream than chocolate, you can use that as an icing on a cake. But when you get to truffles and candy, this is the general ratio. So just keep whisking a bit, and it'll all come together. And you see how it's thickening up.
Yeah.
Now,
it's like Christmas morning for me.
It is. And so now, once it's, you can keep on unwhisking. Once it's all whisked together, you now have a decision to make. What flavor do you want? Now, we can leave this one just as chocolate. Believe me, that's pretty good. You can go with any flavor. You can go with orange. You can go with hazelnut. You can go with so many different kinds of things. It's really a matter of what you feel like eating. Some people go with some herbs. There's rosemary. People have done basil. So whatever comes to mind, you can throw it in. Now, what I sometimes do is I'll take this whole mixture and I'll divide it up into 2 or 3 different sections.
That's what I was thinking.
And so sometimes I'll go with orange. That's my favorite. Or hazelnut, which is a good one. And so whisk it. Now, once that's done, you want to let it sit for about half hour, 45 minutes. And you want to let it sit out. You don't want to put it in the fridge because you want it to stay mushy. So then, at that point, it's going to stay mushy, but it's not going to be that thick. It's going to start actually getting denser, not as liquidy. Okay. And then you're going to end up with something like this.
Now, how long until it goes from this state to this state?
It will take. This is just a little bit young because I refrigerated that because I did this yesterday. So it'll take about 45 minutes. It won't be quite this thick, but it'll be pretty thick. How'd that taste, Seth?
Oh, so good.
So
good.
So now, how do you get this from being a lump of terrific chocolate? Do you need a moment?
I feel like I do.
So what you want to do is you want to prepare to get messy, although some people like to use rubber gloves, but I figure you want your hands in chocolate.
Yeah, then I can lick my fingers
That's
afterwards.
what Chocolate Week is all about.
Exactly.
Obviously.
You're playing in food.
Chocolate all over yourself.
And this is when you want to say to your kids, play with your food.
Yeah.
Or you want to say to your kids, get out of here, I need to eat some more chocolate.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah, go play.
So really what you want to do is just take a little bit of it, and it's going to be a little looser than this when you've had it sit around for a little bit, for that hour, and just roll it into a ball. And what's going to happen is as you roll it around gently in your hand, you're going to see it comes out really nice and smooth.
Oh.
And you can make it any size you want. In the case, Seth, you could probably make one giant truffle if you wanted.
Challenge accepted.
Yep.
I could eat that whole thing.
And so then you can either just put it out plainly on a bowl, or what I like to do also, that's
my kind of truffle.
Giant truffle.
I don't mess around.
I also like to just roll it around in cocoa powder, because that gives it a nice finished look.
It does. Looks like a munchkin.
It does. Well, thank you for that comparison, Seth. And
like a Wizard of Oz munchkin?
Yes, like a no.
So that looks like that's bigger than a matzo ball. So and it's very impressive. And chocolate
That's the
matzo balls.
stuff.
Thank you, Seth. So you can really do this any way you want. Now, I've also got some more chocolate here. And
That looks a little different.
it does look a little different because I was so clever that this was still a little too chilled from when I brought it in. So I popped it in the microwave a little too long, but so it just slightly changed the color. But how does it taste?
It
Great.
looks more fudgy.
It's actually, it came from the same batch. And one of these is hazelnut, and one of them is orange. Now, how do you get the hazelnut flavor? One thing I did was I went out and I bought some hazelnut liqueur. I'm sorry, hazelnut extract, sort of like you see vanilla. So you can use vanilla extract, you can use hazelnut, you can use orange, any kinds of flavors that you want. Now, sometimes to add a little bit more richness to the basic truffle, you can add butter. There are just so many different things that you can just see.
Butter in your chocolate?
Oh, see, that's a little too much for my liking.
Do I have chocolate on my nose?
Not at all. Wait a minute, just a little.
Now you do. Now you do.
No, I do.
There we are.
There's
There's chocolate on your nose. You know, it's some for you too. Why
Oh,
not?
good, because I was hoping to have some chocolate on my nose
Having
this
fun
morning.
today. Hey, real quick, can we talk about this web exclusive? That's your nose. It's a little brown nosing, Ashley. You're a little brown nosing.
It's a new style.
We got this web exclusive on our website.
Yes,
It's
we do.
chocolate bark, and you can only get it on mymassappeal.com. Give us a little teaser.
Chocolate bark, believe it or not, think of it as like a Hershey bar run amok because you've got whatever, again, your favorite chocolate is. I prefer dark chocolate, but sometimes milk is good. And some people just put almonds in, but you put almonds and cranberries and dried cranberries and pretzels and peppermint, all kinds of flavors, whatever you want in your bark. And then you just break it up. You spread it out into one big piece and you break it up in all kinds of pieces.
I think that is so good because it's like crunchy and yummy, and people are gonna have to go to our website to get the recipe.
I've tuned you out. I'm just eating chocolate
Yeah,
at this
he
point.
is, and he's just
And look at
putting
our
it
hands.
all over me.
Isn't this like a Lucy and Ethel episode in the chocolate factory?
Oh my god.
Chef Bill, thank you very much. I'm
so
going to
good.
head to the sink. And once again, mymassappeal.com for this and the chocolate bark web exclusive. You don't want to miss this.
We can,